Hello students, good morning. This video for voice. Voice is a very important, very important part of communication and writing work. So here I'm discussing voice, the most important rules for active to passive, right? Here we are going to discuss. So the most important rule for converting active to passive voice is to switch the subject and object. So first rule is that we should first of all we should change the subject and object. This is the first rule. I have already made the video, but here I'm reading text so that another type, suppose something is different, so I can explain the same. Okay. So first rule is subject and object. Then use of past participle verb form 3, which is very important. So first rule is subject and object, number 1. Number 2 is that's a past participle, third form of verb. Always we have to take past participle, right? So this is another rule, form of the main verb, and add an appropriate form of the verb to be. Very important, right? So that's a to be. What comes under to be? To be is 5. These is am, are, was, were, right? And be and being and been. I'm writing in another way. So you just note down because this is very important part, right? So you just have to note down. Uh, Wait a minute. See, that's a is, am, are, was, and were. Then next is be, be, being, and been. These 8 to be verbs, right? This is called to be verbs, right? So please take care. This is to be. Different form of to be are 8. So please take care. Okay. Then apart from this to be, uh, that matches the original tense. Important thing is to be must be matched with the active voice in the tense which is given in active voice, and optionally include the original subject in a by phrase. So by phrase is not always necessary, but yes. So I'm repeating the rules. First of all, first is subject and object, right? So that is interchange. Writing again subject and object. So that's the first rule is that's a subject. Okay. First is that's a subject. Okay, subject and object. Then number two, including inclusive of be form is am, are, was, were, be, being, been, anyone. Then past participle of main verb. That's a main verb. So third form of main verb. Then fourth one is by, and fifth one is that is pronoun. Noun will be the same, but pronoun I'm telling you later on. Okay. Now, first is identify the subject, verb, and object. So, first thing is that we have to find out the subject, verb, and object in a sentence, right? Subject, then what is the verb, and what's the object. So, that's the active sentence. Here, for example, if we see that so she reads a book, she reads a book. So that's a subject, and this is verb, and this is object. Same, right? So the doer of the action. Subject is who is doing the work. So that's the subject. Verb is reads, and object is the book. The receiver, one is doer, subject is doer, and receiver is object. Please take care. Subject plus verb plus object. So that's a subject is ruler. Okay, subject is doer and object is receiver. Okay, now next step we have to take the object of the new subject. So the object of the active sub sentence becomes the subject. So just now we have seen that the object and subject. Subject and object will change the place, right? Okay. Now then the okay. Now add the correct form of to be. Use a form of to be is am are was were be being been. We have already discussed, right? And then that matches the tense. Important thing is that must be matches with the tense, right? So we have to take care. Matches the tense and active voice. Example they have given, that's a present simple. So that is present simple is that's a the active verb reads present tense become is because of reads na. So please take care. Reads means it becomes is in present tense to be form. So is word will be chosen. Okay. Now then next is use the past participle or third form of verb, main verb. That is the same. Main verb third form is also called past participle, right? So that is we change the main verb to its past participle form. Example, reads becomes read. Read and read. Why? Because read, read, past participle. So that should be taken, added, and then add by the original subject. Optionally, I told you that's a by is not necessary always. Optionally, that's a add the preposition by followed the by the original subject to show who perform the action. So sometime it is required, sometime it is not required. By her, it is required. So that's a book is read by her. This is the answer of the active to passive. So this way we can by sometime use. Example is that's a write. I write a letter, right? So that's a simple example. I write a letter. A letter is written by me, right? This is a change. Simple past example, she wrote. Your main focus should be on the verb. So she wrote a letter, so a letter will be here. She form will be changed her, and was is to be verb and written third form, right? Very simple example. They are playing a game. Here, as you read playing, so then please set in your mind you have to use the verb, the to be form being. So that's a game why is because game is singular. So this are become is and being, and then third form that's a verb, third form of main verb played. Okay, and by them. Okay, so I think these are very simple, no need to give much detail, because you know you are familiar, right? Then they have finished the work. So as you read have, has, or had, then you have to choose the to be form is been. So the task have has been finished by them, this is the answer. Okay, now next is here detail I am not going to give you because I definitely will make more videos on it, but basic today we have learned. It's a very short video, please take care. that we have learned five rules. That's a subject and object. First rule says that subject object will be changed. Number 2 and 3 is very 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 important. That's a to be form. So you need to remember 8 form is am, are, was, were, be, being, been. Any one of the to be forms will be inserted in the sentence. And third is that's a main verb, third form, right? That is called past participle. Fourth one is sometime it is applicable by or sometime not. Fifth is the same. Suppose here subject is name Radha, so then suppose subject is Radha, right? So that is Radha, and the same Radha will be Radha, right? But suppose subject is subject is Mohan. Subject is here. Suppose subject is she. So then this she becomes her, right? He becomes him. This way pronoun, if pronoun is given, then it will be changed. So here I'm winding up. I'll make next video soon on voice with examples, other examples which are tough. For example, imperative sentences. So how imperative, just one example I'm giving you. For example, if I say that the close the door, right? So close the door. This is the sentence. So here subject is not given. Subject place is blank. So that's a these sentences which start with the verb directly. So will start with let, then the door. So then the door, or here uh, instead of uh, instead of be, here be word will be used, be, and then third form of the verb is close. So overall, whatever the sentence, two rules always keep in mind. First is usage of to be, right? Usage of to be. And number 2 is main verb, third form. These two rules are applicable in every sentence, whatever the sentence. These two rules you should keep in mind. Okay, so thank you so much. I'll be making next video on the same topic. Thank you so much. Bye. God bless you.